Hello, the plane designer is coming for Hearts of Iron. New developer diary for By Blood Alone DLC. Um, they talk a little bit about it, and one big improvement, one problem in the game now is that jets are useless. And after the next DLC, jets are just normal fighters and no special unit anymore, no extra unit anymore. And now then you can build jet fighters, a jet close air support, and carrier jets, and what you want. How will the system work? You see it looks similar to the Navy, the ship designer and the tank designer, and it's similar. You must choose a main armament, and this locks the role or the type of plane. For example, if you took this is for close air support, this is anti-tank gun, and then it's a close air support. Or if you put a gun on it, then it's a fighter. And you can also put other weapons and modules in the plane. For example, you can build a fighter bomber or a bomber who can attack ships too very well, and something like this. This, for example, is for the close air support a bomb, small bomb block, small bombs, rockets, and anti-tank guns. Um, there's only ground attack value, so no anti-armor, no piercing value. I think in Hearts of Iron 3, the close air support are better against tanks because they had a hard attack value, but that's not coming. There's a secret list. No, it's not secret. There's are the modules. It does unlock the missions for the plane. So you can, for example, build a fighter with a machine gun and put rockets to the plane. Then the fighter can also attack close air, so ground targets and logistic targets. But it will lose agility, so it's a weaker fighter. But if you have air superiority anyway, you can use your fighters to attack ground targets. That's one yeah, idea. Then other rocket drills, Bomben, Torpedum, those guided anti-ship missile. In at the end of the World War II, the US have some guided bomb who, who attack ships. The German have some a little bit similar system, but this was manual guided system. Kamikaze charge and bomb base for strategic attack. That's a new tech tree. The airframes and bomb rack, the camera or for spy equipment. I think this is the armor for the plane, and the gun types and the engine types. The self-sealing fuel tanks. I think that's the drop tanks. And then the second thing that you could put in is modules, and they affect the mission or make the plane special. For example, you can make the float plane. That's one problem for me in the game at the moment. There are only seaplanes, but a seaplane was some biplane with a small torpedo, and seaplane was also so the Fokker Wolf was in a civilian plane, but a big plane, was auch attacks with a very large range, or for example, more famous the Catalina flying boat or something like this. Now you can build small float planes and big flying boats. There are also a new mission, Navy spotting, I can explain later, and some bombing sites and everything, and night navigation equipment and air-to-air radar for night fighters or night interception or something. Um, that's the Navy mission. I make a video how fight submarines, and if you have air superiority in a region, you have a higher chance to spot the enemy, and that's new. If you use the spotter planes, you can also increase the chance that your task force find the enemy. So we get lots of new pictures. Ah, and we finally get pictures for the bombers, of course. That's something I annoyed me, because especially for the big nations there was enough ideas how the jets look, or the build of US or Soviet Union or Germany built all jet bombers. So yeah, they was easy to make some pictures, but they don't have. That was something I don't like. But they fixed it after 6 years, 7 years. Yeah. Um, a lot of new models are coming from this floating plane. Um, and there's something what don't work. The new values, trust and weight. You must always have more trust than weight, of course. And I think that will move in the agility, but this plane have zero agility, so I think that don't work. Um, or the flying tank only with turrets and armor don't work too. So I'm very excited. That's a very important development diary. Others, the Swiss get a new focus tree, Ethiopia get a new focus tree, and Italy get a new focus tree. But the plane designer, I think, will be the most interesting feature in the new DLC. So have fun.